Hello everyone and welcome to my November budget with me video, which is crazy because I've never done a separate budget with me. As you guys know, usually these budget with me and monthly expenses are in my monthly reset videos, which I've been doing for over a year consistently. But this month I decided to make some changes, some switches that I think are pretty good to my monthly reset. If you've watched my monthly reset already, you'll see that I announced the new daily planner that is launching for pre-orders so soon. But if you guys remember, I always would use the simple budget page in the Dream Achieve workbook planner that I sold through Dream Daily, my business. And so since I made the switch over to a different planner, the new daily planner, which doesn't include a budget sheet because this planner is focused mainly on creating a simplified and elevated daily schedule. So it's a little bit different from the workbook in that regard. And so as I was switching planners, I thought, okay, what am I going to do? Am I still going to use the old workbook for my budget page? And then I thought, you know what? I've been budgeting consistently using that simple budgeting page for over a year. And I really want to take my finances to the next level. So I decided to invest $4 on Etsy into a budgeting spreadsheet. I used budgeting spreadsheets in the past, but just fell off of them. They were too complicated, or honestly, I think I was like in high school or early college, so I didn't have as complex expenses as I do now as a 24-year-old adult, living on my own with a cat now as well. You guys haven't seen my videos. So I felt like it was time to take things to the next level with my budgeting. By all means, use what works for you, whether that's a Google or Excel sheet, whether that's a piece of paper, whether that's something in a planner, whatever it may be, use what you're actually going to use. So it doesn't matter what it is as long as you're using it. I went to Etsy and found this spreadsheet that I thought looked good, like it could work for me. It has different places for my income and expenses. And so I'm going to be kind of doing a little screen sharing as we do this together. So I will link the spreadsheet below. There's so many on Etsy. I highly recommend supporting the artists on there. Let's talk about my October expenses. I didn't want it to be a super expensive month because of September being expensive, and it ended up being more expensive. But we're going to break it down. We're going to talk through things. And you know what? Yes, I track this stuff and I share my every expense with you all, but I really try not to be too hard on myself. When I overspent, I try to have the mindset that money is a tool. It's not good. It's not bad. Money comes, money goes. So I try not to get too stressed out. Okay, all this to say, let's jump into my October expenses. Okay. I also like how this spreadsheet gives me a bill and investment tracker as well. So we're going to start with just my overall bills every month. I still got to make this look a little bit nicer. I was just kind of inputting really quick. But I have my internet bill, which right now till January, I'm getting a new roommate, which this will be cut in half along with my electricity when I get a roommate, which will be really nice. But right now my internet and electricity are high because I'm paying for a 2-bedroom, which is a huge space. Internet is $65. Electricity is $107. So since I got Spruce, I had to get monthly pet insurance, which one of y'all recommended to me, and where I adopted them from also recommended for not just the routine visits, but if you know something, God forbid, serious happens where he needs a surgery, this is what will cover that. So that's $18.41 a month. My rent is about $1,300, and then I have 2 reoccurring like subscriptions, my Apple, which is almost $13, and Spotify, which is $12. Okay, so now let's go over to my expense summary. This is going to be a little bit different than the past because on my simple budget, I didn't have as many categories, but I wanted to add more categories. Like I wanted to break down gas versus Lyft and Uber. I wanted to break down coffee separate from just eating out. Meanwhile, in the past, I just put like eating out as everything. So for gas this month and transportation, I expected to spend $100. And I came in right around that because I spent $87 on gas and $28 on Lyft and Uber. For coffee this month, I'm going to start setting a coffee budget, but I spent $23 on coffee. For eating out, I wanted to spend $150 in total, and I ended up spending $182. We had some nice meals, you know, my birthday dinner with friends was delicious, little things like that. For Jimmy's birthday, we went out to eat and I bought our dinner. So, you know, some fun celebration. I at least know that that eating out expense was put to good use. Like we had a lot of fun those times when we're eating out. That's the other, like one of my money rules is one, I don't eat out or get takeout by myself unless I've just had like an awful day and I'm exhausted or something. But usually my eating out bill, like 99% of the time, is with friends. So I make it a social thing and usually only on the weekends. So for groceries, I budgeted $200 and I spent $232, so we were pretty close there. Entertainment, I budgeted $75 and I only spent $11. That $11 was when I went with some friends to Gentry Farms, which is a really cute fall farm pumpkin patch, and you paid $11 and you got access to everything, and it was a great deal, honestly. Gentry Farms. For beauty, before I would have like beauty and shopping and personal in one category, I spent a lot on myself this month for different things. So I spent $72 to get my nails done. I did pay cash with this. So girl math, you pay with cash is free, but I still included it on my budget to be real with you guys. So yeah, my gorgeous manicure. I love these nails, but they are so expensive. Shopping / personal, I budgeted $75 and I spent $135. I got some things for Halloween, like I needed a dress for my Halloween costume, some things from Amazon and Target. Actually, this was a lot of like little Target trips. Some of the stuff included pet things, but just like toothpaste, etc. Okay, then I didn't budget anything for gifts this month, but I should have because it was my boyfriend's birthday. So on his gift, I spent $75. And here we are, guys. The real kicker that put me over budget for this month was adopting Spruce. I knew he was going to be a couple $100s. I wasn't expecting almost $600. His initial adoption fee was like $160, and then his first vet visit was $230, which was more expensive than I was expecting. All of that, and then buying little things here and there, his food bowl. I even got a lot of his toys and stuff for my birthday as birthday gifts. So it probably, if I bought everything for him, would have been closer to like $800 or $900, which is crazy. Obviously, these first few months, getting him set up, initial vet visits as a kitten, his initial vaccines are going to be more expensive. The upkeep in the future, I think, is going to be way less, but it was definitely quite a shock this month, and I did not budget right for it, but that's okay because pet parents, you guys know, if you have a pet, you'll pay whatever it costs. Okay, and then my other that I had to buy some postage stamps, and I got 2 watches resized that were too big for me, and that cost $45. So I wanted to spend around $700 this month and have a low month, and I spent double that, $1,464.27. Now that that's over with, thank God, let's go into something a little bit more positive, setting a budget for November. So what I did was I made a copy of this spreadsheet, and now I just put in my expected amounts, and then towards the end of November, I'll come back and we'll put the actual. The categories for like rent, all of that, bills are gonna stay the same. Oh, I forgot to share my investments, but I do put $150 towards stocks, and I put $200 a month in my Roth IRA, which is like a retirement fund, since I work for myself. And anyone, even if you don't work for yourself, can have a Roth IRA, and it's a great long-term investment. I also pay $160 to my student loans every month, and my car payment is $338. So what I do when I'm setting a new budget for the month is I kind of try to look at my month at a glance. I look at my calendar, social events, holidays, birthdays, plans, work things. I try to think of what's happening. Obviously, we're getting into the holiday season, so I know my gift budget for November and December is going to be highest versus any other time of the year. It's going to be the highest it is all year. And then also I think about like, you know, doing a Friendsgiving. I'll probably want to buy some extra groceries for that. Just little things here and there. So I am also having a really busy month. If you watched my November reset, I talked about how November is probably going to be my busiest month this year, between really with work things and social things. And so let's take that into consideration. So the good thing about being super busy with work is I won't have as much time to spend money, but November in itself, I feel like is an expensive month. So for gas, let's see, what did I do last month? I did 100. I'm going to do that again. Lyft and Uber. I'm going to try to just spend like $25, like taking 1 or 2 Ubers here or there. Coffee, let's see, if I get a $7 latte. I did recently get a Starbucks gift card, so I think I'm going to use that a lot for my holiday drinks. And so I'm going to try to only spend $30 on coffee out besides using the Starbucks gift card. Eating out, I'm honestly going to be home a lot this month, and so I don't plan on eating out a ton. We're going to try to keep eating out at $100, but I'm going to make groceries a lot more because of Friendsgiving, baking, eating at home. So I'm going to make groceries $250. Entertainment, I'm going to put $50. Beauty, I'm hoping to not get my nails done till the very end of the month or December, but I'll put $50. Shopping / personal. I probably will do shopping for myself on Black Friday. I always do. I stock up on things that I need. So I'm going to do $100. What are we at so far? $700. Okay, we're doing good. I need to do a whole gifting budget, and I think I'm going to put this in like a holiday prep with me video where I figure out what my budget needs to be for my gifts this year. But because Black Friday's in November, and I do most of my holiday shopping on Black Friday and Cyber Monday weekend. So actually I'm going to do $150. For Spruce, I do have another vet appointment. This will be the last one for a year, so that's really good, but I now know I need to up my budget for that. So I think with food and this vet appointment and litter, and I need to get him another litter box for my parents' house and just a few little things, I think I'm going to put $250 as the budget for him. I don't know what others going to be, but I'm going to budget $50 just for other miscellaneous stuff that may come up. So my total budget for November is $1,155, which I feel like for an expensive, busy month is pretty reasonable. So we'll come back, make sure to check out my December budget with me, and we'll see if we can do that. Okay, so that was it for my November budget with me and my October expenses. Let me know if you liked having this as a separate video or not. I really would love your feedback because I'm doing all this content for you and to hopefully help give you some inspiration or motivation to work on your finances or budget, or just to have like a calming video to watch in the background of whatever you're doing. So let me know your thoughts on this. Check out my November monthly reset for my goals, for my reflection, for cleaning inspo, all of that kind of reset stuff. Also check out the links in the description box for where you can pre-order your new daily planner, which I'm so excited that are launching, as well as the link for this budgeting spreadsheet that I used today, my credit cards that I use with referral, bonuses, all the things. Check out the description box for lots of fun financial things. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.